Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having an awesome day. I know mine's been pretty good. Pretty laid back today. It's getting pretty late in the evening now. Haven't really done a whole lot, but you know, hey, what do you do? Some days you don't feel like doing anything. Anyway, today, actually, if you may have seen in the previous video, I restored a saw blade, hand saw. I'll bring it out here again to show you. I just got it wrapped up so not to get too dirty. But here it is here. I'll just show it on the other camera as well. Let's make sure it's focusing. Anyway, here it is here. I don't see any continual rusting, so it looks like it's being protected pretty good with the wax. But anyway, it's not complete yet. If you noticed, there is no, I don't know if you can see that or not. Make sure I hold it up right for you here. So it's got a pretty mirror-like finish. I'm sure you can see the reflection here from the lights. But anyway, there's no handle on it yet, and that's going to be my next step. I'm going to be doing the handle. So I have the original handle here. It's just got a nice pattern on it. This should be nice to work on after sanding that hardened steel off that saw blade for quite a while. So anyway, we're going to get to doing this, getting this all cleaned up, getting it ready for some stain. I've also got the hardware in one of these boxes that I have off to my left. That we got to clean up because they're pretty rusted. I'm going to clean them up to see if I can get them looking good as well. And let's get this all back together and get ready to hang it on the wall. Alright, let's get to it. Let's start sanding again. At least it's going to be easier sanding this time. Okay, so we're going to start off just with a 60 grit hand paper, just to get the original finish off, see if I can get any of these nasty bits in here, and see if how many big dings there are and how if I can get them out and how much I need to go down. But yeah, let's start with the 60 grit. That should be good to strip it down pretty quick, and then we'll carry on from there. But let's get this done. Yeah, move on it. Maybe I'll try to fix up some of the little sharper end, make it a little smoother, maybe round it a little more. That's the great thing about doing this kind of thing. You can restore things to how you like it and what you'd like to see in it, and you know, doing something and you know, being relaxing and all that good stuff. I love doing this. It's almost therapeutic. Kind of just, you know, get your head down and working on stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can always use, you know, sanding wheels or whatever, brushes or whatever you want to do to get this off, but I enjoy doing it by hand. It's just, you know, I prefer to work with my hands sometimes, you know. It's, you know, tools are great for some jobs, or, yeah, they'd be great for this too, but sometimes you're just not in a big hurry, right? And there's one of those jobs that, you know, take your time. This way, you know, it's harder to make mistakes and easier to profile to what you want instead of getting finicky with power tools. Right here I got there's a sharp V. I'm going to see if I can just if I can bring this in and make it more rounded than just such a square end cut. Might take quite a bit of sanding to, I got to bring this down a little bit to just make it look a little better. But I think it'll be worth it in the end, and I'll do the same over here.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The sandpaper takes the wood down quicker. So as you can see there, I just, it's more rounded. It's here, this looks too, I don't know, just rounded to me looks a lot more organic and fluid. I like that look a lot nicer. So we'll go ahead and I'll try to get that radius all throughout here. You know, it's rounded in here. I don't want it, you know, chiseled out in there. So let's keep on plugging away. I'll keep going at that pace. warm in here today. Considering it's snowing outside. Yeah, they're calling for a little bit of snow tonight. Looks like our first significant snowfall of the year anyway. About half a foot or so. Leave it to me, eh? Take something easy that should be relatively easy and make it complicated. Hey, what's the fun? If you're gonna restore something and fix something, might as well go all out, right? Go over the top, as I always say. Still not quite pulling material where I want to see it. I think it's starting to now. There we go. Once I roll the file over this radius and I see it's taking material off evenly, I know I'm at the right radius, and then I can feather it out. Now this radius is a lot closer, but I'm going to try to get it out of this side more than this side. I want to bring this down, because then if I start taking it on this side over here, I'll end up losing this feature here. So I'm going to want to try to take it as much off this side as I can, and then leave this up here. I already had to take quite a bit of that down just to get this radius, but yeah, I want to try to preserve that. So I'll probably end up taking it down off of this side and then coming on more of a sweep down this way and up. And that way it's not as boom boom. Boom boom. That's a technical term, by the way. You can look it up. Okay, so I've been happily sanding along, made a few revisions on what I'm going to do, but I'm still on the 60 grit, so that's, haven't really had the camera on much. I've gone ahead and I've put some, just some nice finger grooves on the handle here. I have cut into the pattern, but I have a different idea. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to sand it down and remove that pattern, and I have something else in mind. But we'll carry on. Just finish off these custom hand grip. It actually feels really good. Just knock down these little rougher corners, and we'll be good to go. And change it up to 80 grit, get up to like a 220 or somewhere around there. We'll see how it goes, and make it nice and smooth, and we'll get a finish on it. But let's carry on with the 60 grit. Let's get this all worked out. Okay, so I think I'm all happy with the profile. All the curves and everything look good to me. I like the look of the grip there. So yeah, I went pretty aggressive on it, which is all right. I'm ready to move up to the 80 grit now and get it, and we'll work our way up to a nice finish, and then we'll get ready for stain. Okay, let's move on up to 80 grit if I can find it. we are good for staining time. I'm going with this color here. It's a kind of a red show oak kind of color. It's called Cabernet. It's kind of like this color. It's a little dark. I think it's going to look nice. Hopefully it's going to be too late once I put this on, so we're going to go for it anyway. So what I did earlier is I actually damped it down with a cloth and brought the grains up, and then I sanded it down. And I'll probably have to do that again in between coats of the stain. See, it's real dark. So let's just wipe it on. Ooh, that's a nice dark color. Oh, that looks awesome. You know, you just take the time and do the prep work right, and it pays off in the end, let me tell you. Everything's nice and smooth. Just gonna wipe off the excess and let this dry, and then we'll put on another coat. Yeah, so once this dries now, I'll give it another sand. And any of the grains that I can see them already raising up and some sand marks, we'll get them out and do another coat. Okay, I'm going to go hang this up, and when we come back we'll do another sanding, and we'll get this complete. Okay, our stains had some time to dry now, so we're just going to give her another light sanding. Just rough it up a little bit, get rid of the raised grain, and then we'll give it another coat, and then we'll move on to fixing up the hardware. Come on, sandpaper. You can do it. Alright guys, it is all complete. I am super stoked how this turned out. Very, very, very happy. This is the second time I've taken this. I just stopped editing and realized I lost pretty much the whole day on camera number 1 where I was talking through all this, so I'm going to come down and I had to do it again. Anyway, as you can see here, I put in the metal detector right down here and the over the top up here, and I put this back in. I actually burned this in with the hot iron, and then just before I stained it, I tried to keep it hidden while I was doing all the staining. Hopefully I didn't give any peaks away on that one. Anyway, just thought I'd come down and show you and let you know the details on that. All the hardware here turned out really, really nice. They cleaned up great on the old grinder wheel there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about it all. So that was a great little project. Another look at it here. You can see it's not gonna focus. It's made by Superior. Actually got a name off of the nut there. Okay. So once again, guys, thanks for being here. It's always awesome to have you guys here at the channel watching the videos. I hope you enjoyed this restoration. I sure did. I get a lot of pride at fixing something like this. You know, something that's scrapped out pretty much, rusted up, ready for the scrap pile. It's nice to be able to restore something like this and, you know, have some enjoyment out of it. I have, you know, hanging on my office wall once I get it built, and every time I look at it, you know, I'll get the satisfaction that, hey, I did that. So anyway, guys, hope that gives you guys motivation. Maybe go out and do one of your own. I sure liked it. I hope you picked up any tricks that I may have done, or something like that. Anyway, all right, guys, awesome. Remember to head down and subscribe. Love yous all. Thanks for being here. Please put down in the comments what you'd like to see me restore next, and see if I can get my hands on one, and I'll do it up. Take care, guys. Have a good night, evening, morning, whatever it might be.